Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown is a game that I've wanted to talk about for a while. And I played the previous Test Drive Unlimited 2, which in my opinion was one of the best games I have ever played. But, with this new Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown coming out, I have a few concerns and things that I'm not too particularly happy with. But, let me talk about it. Now, what exactly is Test Drive Solar Crown? Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown is an up-and-coming racing video game developed by KT Racing and published by Nekon. It will be the 21st game in the Test Drive series, the first title in the series since 2012's Test Drive Ferrari Racing Legends, and the third game in the franchise Open World Unlimited reboot. Following 2011's Test Drive Unlimited 2, the game was teased on the 3rd of July 2020 on Twitter and was officially revealed during the Nekon Connect event on 7th July. Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown is set to be released for Microsoft Windows, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S in 2023. Now, the thing is, I played Test Drive and I played, owned and finished Test Drive Unlimited 2 on the PS3, and let me tell you, that game was a lot of fun. But boy, was it far from perfect. Ooh-wee, that game, even even the AI that video game struggled to play the video game that they were specifically programmed to win. The amount of times that I won races because the AI just had a pile up behind me was absolutely ridiculous. But now, Test Drive Solar Crown came up in my radar when people started talking about it, and people have been wanting a Test Drive Unlimited 3 for a while. But this technically isn't a sequel; it's a reboot. And the only thing that really is out there right now about the game is the first trailer was a CGI trailer, which I was absolutely disappointed. I don't want to say infuriated, but I was absolutely disappointed, because if a CGI, it looks scripted, doesn't show the cars handling, it doesn't show the locations or whatever. Okay, yes, they do show the locations in the trailer, but I'm putting the trailer on the screen, or if it gets copyrighted I'll have to remove it. But yes, like, the CGI trailer I thought was really disappointing. I would have rather them have made a trailer just showing some locations of the video game instead of making a CGI driven trailer that looks like some freaking cheap mobile game on the Google Play Store. I was absolutely disappointed by the CGI trailer because it doesn't have any merit or boundaries. But yes, now what is Test Drive Solar Crown about? It's pretty much a racing game. There isn't really else much to it right now, or so far as we've seen. There isn't that much information. Will there be a storyline? We don't know. Will there be a multiplayer? I think all of these things are up in the air. But just so particularly now, I think it's supposed to be like the first two games, but the first two games were pretty story driven. They had casinos, houses, cars, the works, you name it. Because the first and second Test Drive Unlimited games were made by Eden Games, and they were published by Atari, and they were made with the Havoc engine, which is pretty cool. I mean, they made the first and the second game, which is very important. But this one is being made by new developers. So let me read. The developers are KT Racing using the KT engine, the same people who developed a lot of the WRC video games since 2015. A small studio with only about 148 employees as of May 2020, being published by Nekon. Now Nekon as well, it's some video game peripheral company. Yeah, Nekon, formerly Big Ben Interactive, is a French video game company based in Lesquin. It designs and distributes gaming accessories and publishes and distributes video games for various platforms. In 2020, Big Ben Group was consolidated to form Nekon. Big Ben Interactive was established in 1981. Now, I don't know, new studio, new experience, I guess. I mean, the WRC games are not that bad, but they're not really particularly my cup of tea. I've never really been a WRC fan because of the way they're handled. Specifically, the one that I played on my friend's PlayStation 4. The cars are very floaty, the physics is all over the place. But I'm sure they've improved on it because someone made a video that I watched about how the physics and everything of the cars work. But, I mean, it could go either way. The only thing, I mean, yeah, the only thing I really want from the game is for it to be very reminiscent of the old games, the Test Drive and the Test Drive Unlimited 2. But yes, so the game is actually based in Hong Kong Island, a scale 1:1 adaptation of Hong Kong Island, and it takes place in that whole area. And I mean, it's not a tropical location, but maybe we can give it a chance. Maybe it will surprise and woo everybody. I mean, there has to be more than one map. It can't only be that map, because if you look at the sheer scale of the maps of the first Test Drive Unlimited and the second Test Drive Unlimited 2, Test Drive Unlimited 2 literally had 2 mega-sized islands. So so it could go either way. So the whole of Hong Kong Island, I'll put a picture up for you. Yes, the Hong Kong Island. I mean, the car selection seems to not be that different from the first and the second game, Test Drive Unlimited and Test Drive Unlimited 2, which is your supercars, your sports cars, maybe hot hatches, maybe hypercars, maybe hybrids, electric vehicles. You know, it's the same cars. You know, for example, it's your Bugattis, your Dodgers, your Dodgers, your Ferraris, your Koenigsegg's, your Lamborghinis, and your Porsches. You know, they're even adding the brand Apollo, which is this new super hypercar that everyone's been talking about. It looks amazing. It looks absolutely mad. It's absolute madness is what this car is. Now, TD1 and 2 were developed by Eden Games and published by Atari, and they were using the Havoc engine, so we will see what it is. And my final conclusion is that I just want the game to handle well. I also want some proper physics and handling, because even from the Test Drive Unlimited 2, the cars were very, very heavy. Even taking a slight incline of where the car would get air for 2 or 3 seconds, you would feel like the car weighs a ton of bricks, or the gravity was up insane. And the cars would often crash, and the game legitimately had no brakes. When I said no brakes, I mean the cars in that game had absolutely almost no brakes. But the car selection seems okay. But there will be more details, because for now there's only 2 trailers on the game. There's absolutely no gameplay footage as of this point. So right now I'm just saying on the facts I could find, and you know, it could go either way. It could be a game that impresses all of us, but I highly doubt that. But the community, I highly doubt that it's gonna really leave a bad taste in anyone's mouth. Only thing I'm really unhappy about is the CGI trailers that they've been releasing. I want gameplay footage. But anyway, let's give this game a chance. I can't wait to see what it's like. The gameplay, I'm so hyped for this game. I really want to see what it's like. But anyway, this is the Chilly Man signing off. You guys have been awesome. I thank you so much for watching. Hope all of you guys have been doing well. Peace out.